Good morning. Back to Factorio Space Age, and I got news for you. If we go to global statistics, this is agricultural science. We are currently producing 11,000 per minute, and it's now started to... Well, it's going down to 9.6. That's actually a little bit concerning. Why is it going down to 9.6? Have I started... Anyway, I built agricultural science. It is now fully good to go. Are we running out of jelly nut? We may be running out of jelly nut, or something else broke down. Doesn't look like we're running out of jelly nut. Looks like our jelly nut is still good. We haven't run out of nutrients. No. Oh, I see. We're backed up. Yeah, we're backed up. We're not producing enough because we are backed up. We were producing 10k, 11k per minute, which we... And, alright, so let me walk you through this process. So I got our standard thing set off over here. This is the standard farming setup that we used over in these two areas. I used the big one that I used for the Yoko, and I put my overgrowth soil to use. So now I've got tons of this stuff going on. And I got the same thing for the Yoko over here. And it is beautiful. We got tons of the Yoko. Over here for the jelly, we still got a decent amount. You can see this belt is looking a little bit shaky. Might actually be worth me putting a simple belt balancer here. Because I feel like that'll help, because it feels like one side of the belt is full up and the other side is barely getting anything. So let's go do that for the Yoko as well. The Yoko seems to be fine on both sides, but we'll do it anyway. I'll tell you what, we definitely used a whole bunch of that overgrowth soil, and it was definitely necessary to make that big setup. But having said that, I think we are good. So let's talk about this setup. I have 60 identical blocks here. So I've got 6 rows, each row has 10 blocks. All the blocks are absolutely identical, and they are very, very, very self-contained, and there's very little belts. So almost every process is direct insertion, and I'm going to go talk about it on the left-hand side, because on the right-hand side I have to deal with all the noise from the rockets, which I don't want to have to do. So, pretty much, you've got the processing, which spits out the jelly and the seeds. The seeds just go straight on a belt back over there and then get sent back up to the farming areas. These both get inserted into the bioflux, which then gets inserted into the nutrients from bioflux, and this just goes everywhere. So it goes direct insertion into all 4 of these machines, and it also gets split off into this belt, which then picks straight up from this belt to obviously feed this machine because it needs nutrients to run, and then this one and this one get fed off the belt. As you can see, we've got active providers everywhere for spoilage, and we've got legendary inserters everywhere, and we've got legendary prod modules everywhere. So, yeah, with legendary prod modules, if I have a look at my calculations, we need a total of... how much do we need? A total of 17.8 jelly fruit per second for the entire base. Not just for this row, but for the entire base. And then 44 of this stuff per second. So we just need half a belt... No, not half a belt. 3/4 of a belt of this going. So you can see we're using a decent amount of this. The belt's actually going decently fast, but it's still... The farming is keeping up with it, which is nice. And then the jelly nut is barely moving. We're really not using a lot of this. So it's very easy for the farm to keep up with this. I did dump about 300 seeds in each of these setups to sort of kick them off. And we should have tons of seeds now, because the thing is, this guy produces 2% of a jelly nut seed, which is enough, but then again we got the prod bonus from the biochamber, plus we got an extra 100% prod bonus from the legendary prod modules, so we're producing seeds like crazy in this build. Absolutely crazy, which is why I've got this little guy over here, so when we get extra seeds, they just go into the network, and they'll probably just be making overgrowth soil forever, which I really don't care about, but at least the seeds will never be backed up. So yeah, so that takes care of the nutrients, and then we got our science pack, which is just producing science like crazy, and it takes 1.25 they're not biter eggs, what are they? The pentapod eggs per second. Each one of these produces 0.88 per second. So I do need 2 of them to get that working. And I've got a neat little circuit set up over here. So basically, this guy requests 1 pentapod egg, which is a seed to kind of get the system started. I had to manually seed in the nutrients. I couldn't figure out a good way to automatically seed these. So I just got some nutrients in my inventory, and I just manually dragged them and put them in all of the different places, which is fine. So yeah, with this system, basically, this one will always insert it, just if it's greater than 0. I really didn't need the circuit on this one, but I was messing around a little bit. And then this one just keeps building pentapod eggs. This one inserts if this chest has more than 10, and this one takes it out of it if it's got less than 20. So this should maintain somewhere between the 10 and 20. Actually, it'll be a little bit over, because when it gets below 20, this inserter starts taking them out, putting them back in this chest. But most of the time, they'll just go straight into this machine. And that'll be producing our science. And it looks like... I'm not actually sure why they're being held up. I mean, if we have a look... I got the second science boat. No, that's Fulgora. Where's our Gleba? I forgot to rename it. So this is GL2. And this is GL Science 1. And that needs a dash in the name, because otherwise it doesn't line up. Now the only question is, do we need a 3 and a 4? Because technically we're producing twice as much. Twice as much of this science. Which, to be honest, I'm okay with. Now the last bit is these requester chests. They are not actually requesting any... Well, they're requesting science, but they're not actually getting it because there's no science in the network. The only reason I'm using them is so I could do trash unrequested, so that any spoilage in here gets thrown out. Having said that, before I forget, I need to do this as well. We need to make sure that we are chucking... I don't know if it's possible to get spoilage in the rockets. I'm guessing it is, because these are not automatic requesting ones. So before we had automatic requesting ones, so it wasn't really a concern, because they only got stuff put into them when they were about to launch. But now we're putting stuff in them constantly, so yes. And you will notice I'm using stack inserters here. You really don't need to, because you got 166 signs per second divided by 6 is... it's less than 60. So yeah, I could just use legendary bulk inserters instead of stack inserters, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, so pretty much science per minute is at 40,000. That's not good. That should be 50,000. What's going on here? Okay, alright. So this is a problem. Okay, so we'd already talked about this the end of last episode. So we've got enough belt capability to send over, so if we look at the science globally, we can see we are, actually this is at 4.6, no. Okay, so that's interesting. So we're consuming 6,000 agricultural science per minute, down to 5.7, 5.3, and we're consuming way less of the other ones, like 3.4k. This is because the agricultural science is only like 80% good, so it consumes a full belt of that, but the rest of it, if I turn this off, the bots are just automatically going to empty out my inventory. Usually I don't do this because they take forever, but... okay, let's see if this speeds it up. The bots are just so slow at getting rid of all my stuff. Okay, let's just get this back. Let's get this back, and let's just manually chuck them out. Look at all that epic legendary logistic modules I just chucked in a chest here. 150. They're just sitting there. All right, I got a gun. I got a gun in my inventory. I got 2 guns in my inventory. Is that what was... That's not what's... Why am I not allowed? Oh, okay. Alright. So we got to get back to Nauvis, and we got to do some stuff. Now, I might need some more science ships, because technically we're producing 100k per minute. No, 10k per minute. Why did I say 100k? That's a huge amount. 10k per minute. So technically we might need a 3rd ship and maybe even a 4th ship. But yeah, I got a decent amount of this processing done. I got my worker robot speed up. But yeah, I'm just gonna start pushing the plastic up and pushing the thing up. This guy I need to get, or technically, the rocket fuel is kind of built as a weird building, so I'd like long term to get them all up to 300%. Alright, but anyway, let's go back to Nauvis and drop off. And we can fix the labs. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the requester chests for all the different places. Because the alternative would be to add another belt worth of progress, and we don't want that. We don't want another belt because I'm not sure we could fit it even if we wanted to, but... Okay, well we definitely don't need this custom alert, because this custom alert was telling us, hey, guess what? You've got agricultural signs. And now I've got so much agricultural signs it's falling out my ears, so I don't need that alert anymore. But yeah, this will be good. We'll get... bunch of different research, all of these guys pushing up, but yeah, that 34k, we definitely need to fix. I could probably fix this from orbit. What am I doing? I could fix this from orbit, definitely. Okay, so let's do that, and then we also need this, and you are going to be, actually, we could just do trash unrequested, that's fine. 200. Let's just do 200 because we're going to have a lot of these, and then I can actually do them for all 3, can't I? Oh, damn it! That is, I mean, it's a minor thing, but that does annoy me. The fact that it just sort of completely steals your view. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Well, that didn't do the last bit, did it? I don't actually want to copy that one, because that's got the weird thing, which is, oh, I already copied it without even realizing it. Okay. You definitely do not need to exist. We only need 1 for the entire network. Okay, and then, and I won't put one down here because I don't think we need it all the way down here. I think we only need it to get it back up to 50k, and we're at 80% right now, so that should hopefully be enough. Okay, that is going to mean that more agricultural science goes in the bin, but we're overproducing like crazy, so hopefully it just works. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get some more batteries as well. Are you going to be within power range? I'm guessing you're not. Because yeah, we are rapidly increasing the amount of power that we are amount of bots sending around everywhere that we are using. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of bots going around here. Okay. I maybe did not think this through as much as I could have. Can I fit a bank down? I can fit a bank here. Where's this power pole? You don't need to exist. Alright, I'm actually on the ground now. Beautiful. Personal logistics. Come on. How hard is it to put down a bloody substation? We need that substation ASAP. I'm just gonna keep extending the power bank all the way down the side. Okay, that should hopefully be good, and then I might put one on the other side as well. Oh, we're getting some lag here. Something about this is not happy. Yeah. Power bank over this side as well. No. Mouse slipped again. It's very weird, like your mouse is right on the edge of going up 1 pixel. And then, you know what? I actually don't like the way that looks. I want it to be actually on. There we go. That's much better. That looks much nicer. Because it's actually on the concrete. Beautiful. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a power bank, and make sure it's actually hooked up to power, because otherwise it wouldn't be much of a power bank. And okay, how are our robots doing? Ah, we have got it actually. Did I? What's your logistics? 10,000. Okay, so you want 10,000 robots. I don't know why it's still building. It should have reached 10,000 a long time ago. Did I pick up robots in my inventory or something? Maybe it's sending them somewhere. I do not understand how we're not at... Oh, I see. I think maybe I accidentally cut off some part of the logistics network. Or maybe when you destroy a roboport and there were robots inside it, the robots actually get sent into the logistics network storage. Okay, let's have a look. We're back up to pretty much 50,000. Science. Yeah, that's 52. All the rest of the sciences are being consumed at 5k now. This one's being produced at 8.6k, which is good enough. I think, let's have a look at these ships. They're both heading over. So we're at 67%. So this is maybe what we should do. I have minimized these chests quite a bit. They've only got 1 slot in each chest. So we're minimizing as much as possible the amount of time that gets... But then again, they will still sit there because there is still a cache. So, yeah. I mean, there's not really much that we can do about that. We're just going to have to, as long as the amount of the spoilage in these guys never reaches 50%. Damn, that's 50%. Okay, that's less than 50%. All right, some of these this is not good. It is taking the stuff that's less spoiled though, which I'm liking. The stuff that's more spoiled is the last to get taken. Okay, so we might have... Look, we're building 100,000. Look at that, it's just sort of jumped down to 38k and stuff like that. It's also... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I got GL Science 2 here. So we're going to create 2 more ships. Oh, did I not actually deck you guys out? I guess not. Okay, well they're going to take a while then. Test, and test. So the first 2 tests are going to be GL Science 3 And then this one's going to be... I can't believe I forgot to deck them out. Alright, we'll just have to struggle along with only 2 science ships for now. That's alright. What's... Oh, still producing some roboports. Okay, I built you guys massive power banks now, so eventually they should sort themselves out and stop doing whatever they're doing. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much 50k, I think. It's squirrely a little bit, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So the Megabase has been done. We're producing science like crazy, and the science, when it gets produced, is pretty damn good. The problem is the amount of time it sits and waits. Like 75%, whatever it is. So yeah. If I was to just 100% queue up research for agricultural science constantly, then I think we'd be okay. Our spoilage amount for the science would go down, would be better over time, and this would stabilize more up to like 50k or something like that. Yeah. You can see that's kind of, it's not great, but it's kind, I'm not sure. It is interesting because I think I would like to have the end game, this research productivity, kind of running it. Because that's the thing, right? We need to be draining 5k, and to drain 5k, we just saw here with this thing, to be doing 5k SPM, we need to be doing 7.5k the agricultural science, which means I think we need a lot more science ships. We need the extra science ships to actually be working. And that means we need double the rocket logistics. So we did say that 4 is technically enough, but 6 is better. So we got 12 here. So that should be good enough. You're still running full speed. You're looking a little bit light. But it's still fine. The only thing I'm worried about is if they start running out of nutrients. I have seen them crash a couple of times, but I think that was at the start where I was just manually filling them in with nutrients and they were kind of like falling over a little bit and sort of, yeah. But yeah, it seems to be pretty stable at the moment. Yeah, it may fall over at some point if I leave it for a long time. What is going on? Are you not... You should be pulling the spoilage out of that slot. Maybe it's not doing it because the bioflux is full. I just do not know. Ha. It's still alright though. Should I don't really need it here, but I think I'll build that right at the end. Just to be nice, because there was a little bit of spoilage there. It probably wouldn't have been chucked in that. It eventually would have been chucked in this requested chest and then thrown away, but this is a little bit nicer. Those guys will take quite a while. But anyway, there we go. This little block right here produces 3.14 science per second. Just this little block, and the only inputs it needs is the Yoko fruit and the jelly fruit. But you got to seed it with a little bit of nutrients to get it going, and obviously you got to have a little bit of pentapod you can leave in there, but yes. That's it. That's all you need, and you just multiply it by 60 and you get 10,000 science per minute. And look at this. This is backed up beautifully. This is backed up beautifully, so more than enough of these guys to go around, and we're probably backing up on seeds. I feel like that's going to back up on seeds pretty soon. That one's going to back up on seeds. Where's the seeds for this guy? Kind of. It hasn't really backed up on seeds yet. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to back up on seeds. But look at this forest of stuff. There's a lot of stuff there. Alright, that's beautiful. So, hey, one video. That's all it took for agricultural science. I just knocked this little build up this morning. and then it's good. Yeah. All right. So we're going to be done with that, pretty much. Yeah, we're going to be done. We're going to end the video, and that is, if we go to our space map, that is all 3 of these planets fully done with a 5K base. If we look at Volcanus, we got our 5K SPM base over here. It's not much to look at because Volcanus is quite easy. If we go to Fulgora, we can see a much bigger, much more impressive base. There's like 20 different stations, and this guy is very impressive to look at, but I'm guessing it's kind of shut down a little bit now because we're not really using much of it. But yes, still dumping a fair bit of stuff. I'd expect these guys to sort of fall back a bit, but yeah. And now Gleba, and Gleba is somewhere in between. I think it's a little bit more complicated than, well, it's different. Volcanus, we just had like these big modules and they were just all joined together via belts. This one, we've sort of, instead of just having these big separate modules joined together with belts, we've created the entire process in one little square, and then we've just duplicated it 60 times. And I think this was definitely the right way to do it on Gleba. And I've got to move away again because those rockets are too loud. But anyway, the only thing I would have liked to do in here is to automatically have a requester chest that sort of inserted nutrients, so it like auto seeds it, but it's too hard. It was just too hard to sort of try and squeeze that in. I could have put a requester chest here and then have a belt go up there to insert it onto this belt, but then how do you get it into here? It's very awkward. I manually seeded it. It worked. It's fine. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And that's pretty much it. So now, we're still going to get these to level 25, but it's a low priority because if you've got 4 normal prod modules in there, then you've reached the limit already. So we're going to get rocket fuel. Now, how do we make rocket fuel, actually? How do we make rocket fuel again? We just make it in the assembly machine 3, which is 4 prod modules. So we do need to get that up to... We actually need to get that quite a bit to get to the limit because, yeah, if we have a look at... well, Gleba, not so much because I actually put a bunch of speed modules around this, but yeah. This one's almost at the limit already, but if you look at Aquilo, for example, we're making rocket fuel over here. Oh, we use a special recipe. Okay, that one doesn't count. Volcanus, where are we making rocket fuel over here? Yeah, so we're just using this. So that's just 4 prod modules. So we could put legendaries in there, but it's only 4, so we need to get that up to 260. So we need to get this one up to level 26, technically, to be to reach that limit with normal prod modules. Which I feel like is more important because these ones already reached it because with some very special exceptions, they're already reached the limit with where they are. If we go to Angel Blue, is at the limit right now with 5 normal prod modules because the building has a base prod bonus. Our Angel of Density is a little bit of a weird one because it's not using the Foundry, but if we use the Foundry, then we're already at the prod limit. So this guy, again, like the rocket fuel, we could push it up 4 more. But then, again, this is not a problem. The Blue Angel is actually the problem. The Blue Angel is using up so many blue circuits because it's being used for the quantum processors as well, which I did not anticipate when I set the Angel Blue over to Aquilo. However, the Gleba one is backed up nicely, which is a little bit surprising because Gleba is using the blue circuits from the Angel to do all of its rocket launches. So I was expecting that to kind of fall over a bit, but I guess compared to quantum processors, it's not actually that much. Jesus, look at all these robots. Okay, I like that we got our science back up to like 50k, but yeah, those robots are looking very stressed. Oh, look at this. 5k, 5k, 5.1, 8.4. If I did the math, I could work out the percentage, but yeah. As long as it's above 50, then we're good, but yes. All right. And this guy's probably, yeah, it's running out of science like crazy. It does not have anywhere near enough of the agricultural science. So it had a little bit left down the bottom, but yes. Okay, got to get those other 2 ships set up. Anyway, that'll take time, but we'll get it done eventually. And meanwhile, we'll get plastic up to level 20 or higher. I'm not sure we really need it, but we'll keep doing it. And the rocket fuel productivity, push that up. And then we might start working on stronger explosives, because I would love a one-shot rocket on our DSM. If we have a look here at the DSM, we know that, what is it? Somebody told me I could look at in here. I could look at the big, so the big carbonic asteroid is 2,000 with 10%. So we need 2,200. And we're currently doing 1160. So we need I'm not going to do the math here because I actually got somebody messaging me for work. So I'm going to head off the video here. But yeah, we might start hammering this again and see if we can get this up to the point. It's only a 64k at the moment, so I feel like we can probably do it. This was a massive struggle to get to 64k before, but now it should be very sweet and very easy. So we'll see about that. Asteroid productivity will be nice to jump up another few levels just for the hell of it, because we got the agricultural, so might as well do it. And this is completely useless. We don't need this anymore. We're already one-shotting. So yeah, plastic, explosives. We don't use flammables for anything. Rocket fuel. Yeah, and then next up, it's going to be Aquilo. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.